Hello, hello. I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes while Facebook does its thing and lets all of you know that I'm here. In the meantime, you'll notice that the topic for today is your life story. And what I'm going to submit to you is that I coach people almost every single day. And it doesn't matter what their career is or what the position is, every single person has a story. I wonder what yours is. Because the story about your life determines your life. Now, we're going to talk more about that in just a couple of minutes. But while we're waiting for people to come in, hey, Matt, hey, Laura, while we're waiting for people to come in, a couple of things real quick. First of all, if this video impacts you in a positive way, then help me, help you, help those you love and care about. Just hit the share button. It's really easy to do. Just hit the share button if it impacts you in a positive way, and share it with the people that are your friends and your followers, and help me, help you, help those that you love and care about, because I think you'd agree with me that the world is in need of support and encouragement right now. Am I right? Second thing, if you're not yet following me on my YouTube channel, please do that. It's free, as you know, and it's James Arthur Ray. Just go to my YouTube channel at James Arthur Ray and follow me there. There's over 200 videos that are posted there on every single topic, from finances to relationships to mental barriers and blocks, and more importantly, how to get beyond them, to physical health and fitness, to spiritual connection, and so much more. James Arthur Ray, it's free. So now let's come back on YouTube. Let's come back to this topic for today real quick. The story about your life determines your life. And you say, well, what do you mean, James? Well, every single person I've ever coached or ever interacted with has a story. We all have a story. And here's some of them that I hear frequently. Things like, well, I didn't get the breaks that other people got in life. Or my parents didn't love me and support me. Or I don't have the right education. Or I'm not able and capable to do that, whatever that is. Or I'm not worthy of creating a wealthy and fulfilling life. Or, I'm not good enough. I mean, the list is endless. Every single person has a story. And let me repeat, that your story you have about your life determines your life. Does that make sense to you? Because if you're continually telling yourself a story over and over and over, you're going to get the results of a story, because energy flows where attention goes. You move towards what you focus on. What you give attention to must grow. Did you get that? And I can back this all up with hardcore physics. I'm not going to get into the physics today because of time. But what physics proves, as well as the ancient mystery traditions prove, but physics is hard science, peer-reviewed, is that you hold the world, your world together with your attention. In the Toltec tradition, they call that your assemblage point. Your point of attention is how you formulate your world. When you shift your attention, the world you've created collapses and a new world springs forth. And this is backed up in quantum physics. So let me repeat, the story about your life determines your life. The story you're continually telling yourself, well, I can't make ends meet during this COVID circus. Or 2020 has been a tough year. No one is doing well. I can't do well. Or 2020, I lost my job and now I'm too old and I'm not skilled enough and I don't know what to do. It's a story. Now, please understand this. The story about your life determines your life. Your story might be true, but results do not equal, please get this, results do not equal no results plus a good story. Because if you continue to focus on the story, you'll continue to get the results of the story. Does that make sense to you? Are you following me on this? Because the way you think and the way you feel are going to determine how you act, and the way you act are going to determine your results. If you think you're helpless in 2020, then you're going to feel helpless and you're going to act helpless and you're going to be helpless. But you're not really. That's just your story. If you think you're too old to start a new career, then you're going to think that way, you're going to feel that way, and you're going to act that way, and you're going to get those results. So you got to change your story. Are you with me on this? Well, my parents never loved and supported me. Okay, that might be true. Sometimes stories are true. Well, James, my business got shut down during the COVID craziness, or I lost my job during the COVID circus. Okay, that might be true. It really might be true. But let me tell you something. I get it, because if anybody has the opportunity to tell us a good story about the tough times they've had in their life, that's me. If you know anything about my life, I've got all kinds of stories, excuse me, that I could tell, but I don't. You know why? Because you move towards what you focus on. What you give attention to must grow. You know, in 2013, I came out of prison and I was $20 million in debt and homeless at 54 years of age. Now, it would be really easy for me to tell a story. I'm done. I'm washed up. I'm 20 million in debt. I'm homeless. And, you know, I'm not in my 20s anymore. But you see, if to the degree I focus on that, I'm going to get the results of that. Are you with me on this? And so here we come quickly into 2021. And 2020 has been a challenging year. If 2020 has taught you anything, it should have taught you who you really are. If 2020 has taught you anything, it should have taught you how you deal with adversity. If 2020 taught you anything, it should have taught you about how adaptable you can be and are. If 2020 taught you anything, it should have taught you that the things you hold in and think are solid are not solid at all. If 2020 would have taught you anything, it should have taught you that adaptability intelligence, also known as AQ, were job number one, the ability to adapt. If 2020 taught you anything, it should have taught you that EQ, emotional intelligence, was job number one. Because let me tell you something, guys. The research proves that EQ, emotional intelligence, and AQ, adaptability intelligence, are far, far and away more predictive of life and business success than IQ ever will be. I mean, I'm sure you know at least one person who is incredibly intelligent and they're an emotional child. Do you know someone like that? And if you don't have enough EQ, emotional intelligence, then you're not going to be able to make it through the storms. And the storms are still raging. And if you don't have adaptability intelligence, AQ, you're not going to be able to shift and bob and weave and adapt to challenging situations. And so, what's your story? What's your story? And what are you going to do with 2021? Let's agree 2020 was a tough year, but it was also an amazing year if you seized it. 2021 is upon us, just weeks away. And unless you do something different in 2021 than you've done in this year, you're going to be in the very same place a year from the day as you are today, with two exceptions. You'll be 1 year older and twice as frustrated. Not a pretty picture. It's time to let go now of your story. And you go, well, my story's true. Well, you know what? I got some true stories too, but let me remind you, if you continue to tell the story and focus on the story, you're going to get the results of the story. And I hope that makes sense to you. So, if you're ready to let go of your story, let me help you. Let me help you. Who better to help you let go of your stories than someone who's had to let go of a lot of stories, quite frankly? Who better to help you than someone to get through the storm than someone who's been through the storm? And here's how I can help you. There's a link right above my head. Click the link. It'll go to my website, jamesray.com. And when you get there, click on Store. And the first thing up is a coaching opportunity called Project Stay Home, where you can get live coaching on Zoom 4 times a month. That's once a week with me and my wife Bersabeh, live every single Thursday for, here it is, drum roll, $13.97 a month. Yeah, you heard that right. 4 live coaching sessions for $13.97 a month. It used to be $97 a month. In 2020, we dropped it down to $13.97 so that we can help you get through turbulent times, so we can help you adapt and develop that AQ, so we can help you let go of your story so that you win and win big going forward into 2021 and beyond. Now, the investment's going up in 2021. I'll just tell you right now, it's going up in 2021, but when you get in now before the end of the year at $13.97, we're going to grandfather you, and we're going to keep you, even when we raise the investment, we're going to keep you at $13.97. We got several people here, Sandy, Dominic, look at their comments. They join us every single week. And if you can't invest $13.97 in letting go of your story, if you can't invest $13.97 a month to break through to new levels of achievement, if you can't invest $13.97, the same you pay for HBO or Netflix, if you can't invest that every single month to have your best year ever, if you can't invest $13.97, then I don't know what to tell you, quite frankly. But let us help you. Just click the link, and when you go to the website, click on store, and the first thing up is Project Stay Home. $13.97 on a credit card will get you into the community. And this community is awesome. There's several people here from the community who are posting. Connect with the community every single week from around the globe. Growth-minded individuals who are ready to let go of their story, change their lives, and change the world. $13.97 on a credit card will get you with us this Thursday night. So just click the link above my head, and in the meantime, hopefully this has helped you. It is time to level up. It's time to take your power back. It's time to become who you're here to become. If this video has impacted you in a positive way, then please help me, help those that you love and care about by just hitting the share button. Go to the link above, and we'll see you on Thursday night. God bless you. Lots of love to you. I look forward to connecting with you on Thursday night. Take care.